Hello Saxons, and welcome to the Saxon Gamer Moment. I'm your host, Jordan Savin, and today for our first show we'll be talking about an amazing old game that most people have forgotten about. But first, this week's news. Rainbow Six Mobile was announced by Ubisoft, but will only have 2 maps and 10 operators on launch, most likely due to platform limitations. It'll be interesting to see. On April 12th, an update was released for Back 4 Blood, bringing 2 new characters in with the rest of the brand new DLC content. And that's all for this week in gaming. Next up, we have a review that'll be taking you all the way back to 2004, Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 was released by Valve 6 years after its predecessor revolutionized the game industry like no game before it. HL2, however, would be even more revolutionary than Half-Life 1. The introduction of the Source engine made in-game physics with props lifelike on a level that had never been done before, and advances in AI code and graphics made the game feel more immersive than any campaign shooter before it. The game mixes good level design and atmosphere with a variety of different environments and obstacles on your journey as Gordon Freeman, with physics-based puzzles and big shootouts between being well balanced, with the quiet sections in between never feeling too drawn out. And for those who like to take it slow and explore, there are many little details and scenes placed throughout the maps, giving you a better understanding of the dystopian world you're in and showing off Valve's skill at environmental storytelling. Even though it came out in 2004, the game has aged beautifully and was way ahead of its time. Any fan of first-person shooters should definitely give it a try, even if campaign games aren't their thing. And thanks to Steam sales, the price often drops to $1 or $2, even though the normal $10 price tag is more than fair for this spectacular game. Now to some game footage. welcome back. Now to our interview. We have our guest here, Owen.
Hi, I'm Owen.
So, Half-Life 2. How much have you played it? Just to start us off.
Half-Life 2. Well, it's been a while. I've really only played through like the story, and then I think I went back a little bit to play it again a couple of years ago. But then I get distracted so easily and didn't play it much more.
It's a campaign game, so it's always waiting for you, especially with the quick saves.
Yeah.
So, the chapters in the game, I mean, it's a pretty long game. I mean, after playing it for so long, I could probably beat it in 4 hours. But what's your favorite chapter?
Favorite chapter? I don't remember like chapter number specifically, but I can like name like areas.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would say like the wasteland where the car.
Oh yeah.
I totally
the buggy.
forgot car.
Yeah.
Where you drive the car around.
That is a spectacular chapter.
I love that.
One of the best in the whole game. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. The story.
Story, yeah.
How was it understanding it on the first playthrough? A lot of people have a hard time with it.
Well, I played this, a very long time ago, so I don't really remember that much.
Okay.
I'm getting bits and pieces of it as I play Half-Life Alyx. There are parts that I'm remembering, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that comes up later, or oh yeah, that's stuff that's happening. But so there are bits and pieces, but there's definitely places where I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it is pretty confusing, and the 20-year time skip between the first game and it doesn't help. Who's your favorite NPC? There's a lot of great characters. But
there are so many. That's what I love about it.
Can you narrow it down to one?
Well, I'd have to go with the fan favorite, Dog.
Dog. Oh my gosh, I love Dog so much.
I love Dog.
Playing basketball with him at Black Mesa East.
Yes.
I've never made a basket. I'm not very good with the gravity gun.
Gravity gun for picking up big object and throwing it at enemies.
Ooh yeah. You ever thrown the toilet props at enemies?
No. I realize how much of a mistake that is now.
They shatter on impact.
I know. I need to go back and play just to shatter a toilet on a head crab.
The watermelon too is a really good item to shoot at people with the gravity gun.
Yeah.
Speaking of the guns, how did you think they feel in game?
I love every weapon in that game. The gravity gun, gravity gun, physics gun, personal favorite shotgun.
Ooh, the shotgun.
That's just a personal favorite.
Well, it's good.
That's me in most games though. Grab shotgun, run in, kill everything.
Just get all up in the enemy's faces.
Yeah, Doom, grab super shotgun, run in, shoot everything.
The classic. And just like, I don't know, in general, the feel, the atmosphere of the game, how did you think of it? Especially like with how it looks being a game from 2004.
I think it's an amazing game for 2004. I mean, we see, from 2004 to now we have VR, we're living in video games. You look at like newer games like Spider-Man stuff and how realistic they can be. But for 2004, that's still amazing. Like, I mean, the technology we have now versus then is nothing.
It's not even a comparison.
There's no comparison. So the fact that they made that and had all the components, all the NPCs, all the variety of things in that game,
and the physics
is
engine,
amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they
so far ahead of its time.
Right,
it still holds up today.
Yeah, I could see a lot of things using that physics engine and still being
Source
amazing.
engine. They came out with the Source 2 engine quite a while ago, but I mean that's just building on it.
Right. But yeah, that's amazing for 2004, something that was made when I was made.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Of course.
And now to our clip of the week. Cool, funny, or just stupid clips sent in by you, our fellow gamers. This week we have a clip of my own, but you can use the QR code on screen to send in your clips for our upcoming shows.
You didn't see that, right, Jordan?
Nope.
Okay, good. scared right now. I'm
No,
scared
I-
as right now. I'm scared as right now. I want ball back. Oh, I fucked it up. Shit.
They know, they know, they know, they know! You idiot!
You.
Go stab him, you!
And that's all for this week. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time, Saxons.